With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
Another huge season last year for Tyreek Hill, teaming up with Patrick Mahomes. Close to 1,300 yards receiving. 15 touchdowns as well, and that was second only to Devontae Adams. We know about the big plays. Also makes the dependable chain-moving catches as well.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And Kansas City drafted McCole Hardman, hoping he could be something of a Tyreek Hill clone. They're still trying to find his exact niche. He did have 41 catches last year, and he makes a nice one there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. Touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
2nd and 8 coming up.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Jackson now.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mahomes now to throw. And that's caught left side by the tight end, Gray.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the 1st round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when the quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
Room here to run. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And Jackson throwing once more. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation,
but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Chiefs 17, Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Byron Pringle now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 33-yard line.
Second and 2. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
And Marquise Brown is definitely a guy who can take the top off of a defense and make the big catches downfield. Also known as Hollywood, now in his third season from Oklahoma, wants to make more catches like the one we just saw there, the routine variety.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, report! Report! 50's the mic!
Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Second and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Jackson will throw again. Being chased out left. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A good rookie season for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU, wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury.
Mahomes now on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And Demarcus Robinson may be unheralded on that Kansas City track squad of wide receivers, but he's been dependable for these Chiefs the past few years.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the 3rd quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good. And then...
yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick-6. And I don't know, the rest of the second half shaping up to be very interesting. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. It's complete to Brown, right side. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They go play action now. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram Able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The field goal we just saw has this now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jackson. That is caught. Bateman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Jackson to throw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Connecting with Andrews. And they're going to get another first down here up at midfield. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson.
He's going to look deep down the field. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Tucker now for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff, it's McKinnon. Busts through the tackle. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
On the return is Duvernay.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.